Hey, good morning, and welcome to Start Your Day with Dave Fisher. It's me, Dave Fisher. It's Monday, and it's the 26th of October. Uh, I wanted to talk about cigarette smoke this morning. Um, some of you might find it crazy that I don't smoke. Those of you who know me uh, remember a time when cigarettes were a huge part of my life. I mean, and everybody's got their cigarette stories, so, but I won't, I'll try not to bore you. But I smoked a lot, and, this is not an over exaggeration, which I'm sure you're used to by now, but you gotta believe me when I tell you that I was smoking like a pouch and a half a day of roll your own cigarettes. And not just when I was broke. I really didn't enjoy filtered cigarettes because they it wasn't enough nicotine for me. I could smoke several of those in a row and not feel satisfied. So I bought tobacco by the pound, and I did this for years. Probably, um, I left for Arizona in 2002 smoking Camel Wides, but cigarettes had jumped up in price around, I can't remember how much they went to, but it they jumped up like a couple of bucks, and um, so uh, so I rolled my own for a long time, and then even loose tobacco rised in price shortly after that, and so instead of buying good tobacco, I was forced to buy the cheap, what was considered to be pipe tobacco, um, and I'm not real sure on the differences, but trust me, this stuff is way stronger. Uh, I'm getting stuffed up and a scratchy throat just thinking about it. But anyway, so I smoked a lot. I always had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. The boss for the company I was working for, L&L Painting, at one point said that there would be no more cigarette smoking on the job site. That you would have to go out to the street during designated breaks to smoke, and the reason he did that was because of me. I mean, because it was so unattractive, and I always had that cigarette hanging out of my mouth. This went on for years. I could not imagine my life without cigarettes, and I was having a harder time breathing. My granddaughter was getting older. She knew that I smoked. It started to interrupt my life and it's interrupting yours too. You quite honestly, you just need to be honest with yourself and take a close look at it. It is definitely interrupting your life, and you don't know it, uh, and it's hard to admit, but and some of the ways that that it interrupts your life, you're not even aware of until you quit. And so I hate being that guy. uh, you know let's just be honest about this. We only have a couple of minutes left, but let's just be honest about this. You you might you might you quit smoking, and you start to notice some benefits right away. um, that you can breathe easier. And then a month or so goes by without nicotine in your life, and you notice that everything's so much calmer, that you didn't know. You always thought you were a calm person, but you didn't really realize how nicotine impacted your life, and how much calmer things are without it, and how easy it is to make decisions, and how, because that one thing is now out of the way, you can really experience joy. I'm not saying that you can't experience joy if you smoke. Of course you can. In between cigarettes, You can you can experience it. Now you know I'm teasing, but I am totally serious about the peace and serenity that comes with when nicotine is not part of your life. Give it a shot. Uh, the only way to know if I'm telling the truth is to try. Now I used the nicotine patch, and I highly recommend that. There are other drugs on the market. I know several people that have quit using the Chantix and so on. Some people with a good experience, uh, whatever it takes, you will not regret it. 20 years from now, or 10 years from now, or even a year from now, you won't say to yourself, that frickin' Dave, he lied to me. I quit cigarette smoking and I really miss it. No, you don't. You won't say that because it's not true. You won't regret it. Um, so that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday. Be good to yourself. With a whole bunch of love from my heart. Uh, if you can walk there, walk. Think of somebody else when you turn on the faucet. Try to recycle even just a little bit. And have a great day. Oh, when your day's all done, do something nice for somebody else. You won't regret it. Bye-bye.